Welcome to the podcast. In today's episode, I am very excited to get my husband's opinions on the following topic.
This is going to be good.
I think you're really going to like this. Expensive items that are worth the cashola.
Okay.
Now, Dave and I were discussing before we hit the record button, and he was saying this is such a personal topic. And it is. That's why it's fun.
Yeah.
Because Dave may not agree with what my ideas on like more expensive items that I think are totally worth the money. And I might think yours are dumb.
Okay. Was I supposed to do research?
No, you don't have to do research.
Because I didn't come up with a list.
No, I have a short list here. But I just think it's a fun conversation. And if you have some items that you think are totally worth the money, totally worth the splurge, let us know in the comments if you're watching the video version on YouTube. If you are listening, I think you can leave a review. Does it happen on the episode?
I think it's on the whole show. On
the whole show. Okay, maybe you do want to go to the YouTube version and leave your comment there if you would like to jump into the conversation.
Or just send us a message on Instagram.
Yeah, that'll work too. You can DM me on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm at Frugal Fit Mom 6. And if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, go ahead, do it. And leave us a review on your podcast platform. We're a fairly new podcast, helps people find us, helps people know what we are about. I'm excited to talk about this financial topic today. Expensive items that are worth the money here in 2023.
Yep.
I'm going to kick it off with the numero uno one I think is absolutely worth the money. Your mattress.
No argument.
Your mattress, the quality of sleep, the amount of sleep that you get cannot be replicated.
Yeah.
Off of a really good mattress. And this isn't even sponsored.
We went for a bike ride this morning.
What does that have to do with the mattress?
Hey, I'm going to get there.
Okay.
Just give me a second. It was terrible.
The bike ride? Not for me.
It was terrible for me, and I think it was because I've been getting such poor sleep for so long.
But we have a nice mattress.
Yes. That doesn't mean I don't always get good sleep.
Life stresses
Yes.
will interfere. But when you have a really good mattress, it helps in the falling asleep. You don't wake up with back pain. We had a mattress once where your back hurt for like 6 months straight. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Was so bad.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
cranky. I was grouchy for 6 months.
For 6 months straight. And then sometimes, so we traveled and did like an Airbnb situation. This was many, many years ago, like 6 years ago. And we were there for maybe a week. And the mattress in the room that we were using was like the firmest mattress I've ever been on. And I was miserable. I felt like I was sleeping on a wooden board.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was very bad. Anyway,
Okay.
we personally have a Helix mattress right now. We adore it. Can't say enough things. Non-spons.
Yeah.
That's what we have and we love it. So what do you think? Mattress, yes?
Mattress, yes. The first time we bought it wasn't even an expensive mattress, but the first time we bought our own mattress rather than like find hand-me-downs and used mattresses,
Yeah.
it was life-changing.
It truly was life-changing.
Yeah.
Like going to sleep every night was, well, I had young kids, so it was always good, but was a total joy.
Okay, so my turn?
Your turn. Go ahead.
Shoes.
You took mine.
Yes, but I'm totally there.
Okay. Yeah,
Good shoes.
I wrote supportive shoes on my list. So when I was younger, I would totally do like cheaper heels or like a really cheap flip-flop from Old Navy. And when you're 40, you pay for those decisions.
It's not even when you're 40. Like we both worked at restaurants.
Yes.
As kids. And how often do we like come home with back pains because we were standing on terrible shoes for like 4, 5, 6 hours at a time?
Speak for yourself. I was very fit.
Oh, just me.
Yeah, just you. You.
Listen, I was pretty fit.
No, I did. My lower back would hurt from standing and walking around so much,
yeah.
for sure. That's just the way.
And
that was the way it was.
Listen, and you know what kind of shoes I always got for work?
Okay.
Payless.
Dude, freaking Payless.
They don't even exist anymore.
Are they all out of business?
I don't think so.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Can I say? Cheap shoes, hashtag not worth it.
I once went on a 60-mile backpacking trip with my dad with Payless shoes.
No.
Payless hiking boots. Absolutely.
That sounds horrible.
And you know what? They worked the whole trip. And they were garbaggio when we got done. They were like completely worn out after 60 miles. That was 2 weeks.
In contrast, so our 16-year-old just did a backpacking trip. It was only 1 week instead of 2 weeks, but we sent him with a pair of Dynafit trail runners, and he said they were awesome.
Yeah, and they're still going strong.
And here's the thing about Dynafit shoes is they're really hard to find. They're expensive. But we found those, weren't they like 60% off?
60% off in Jackson Hole.
You can get expensive things on major discount and ended up being cheaper probably than your garbage Payless boots.
I bet you in 1992 or whenever I bought those, I bet you they were really cheap.
Yeah, probably.
They were probably $20.
You know, I have like feet pain a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I wear those UFOs flip-flops, the sandals. My feet feel so good. I'm sure, Dave, you hate that I wear them all the time. But if I walk around barefoot or in a different shoe, my feet are killing me. Like I'm limping.
Yeah.
I put these on and my feet feel great instantly. And they're just worth it. Good, supportive shoes, worth it.
Okay, what's your next one?
Well, that one was on my list. Okay, I'm gonna go with good sunscreen.
Good sunscreen.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
So we had this one sunscreen, some off-brand, and it's the kind that doesn't dissolve into your skin, and so you just look like a ghost.
Isn't that what we took to Hawaii?
Yes. Because we were trying to get rid of it. It was horrible. My kids turned like 20 shades lighter when we're trying to get a suntan.
It's like straight zinc.
It's so greasy. It doesn't smell good. I really like the Neutrogena. I don't know if it's oil-free or the non-greasy formula. You can get it from Costco. 55 SPF. I've heard that doesn't matter as much. They say 30 is fine. Whatever. It's the Neutrogena. It goes on so smooth, really nice, and it works. And I just think a better sunscreen than the cheapest one you can find at Walmart is going to work better for you.
That's fair.
Okay.
Let's see, my next one. What could my next one be? Things that are worth the money. I'm going to have to go bike. Everybody's going to know, if you've watched the Frugal Fit Dad, it's a good bike. Listen, I have tried to coach enough kids on Walmart bikes and other cheapo bikes to know that it's not a good experience. And those kids rarely stick with the sport.
Yes, if they have a bad experience.
If they have a bad experience. If it's something that you're going to do, you just put the time and money into it to make sure that they have a good time.
And I'm even going to back you up on this one, and I don't mean to be negative. But it's just like Dave is saying, based on our experience as coaches and working with kids with different varieties of bikes, Walmart mountain bikes are not it.
I will say they're trying to do there's a couple Walmart bikes they're trying to do. They're getting closer and closer. And Seth at Burn Peak has done a few videos on those, so I'll maybe leave that link in the description. But generally speaking, the cheap $200 bike or less for mountain bikes is not going to be a pleasant experience. That being said, you also don't need to spend $10,000.
No, absolutely not. You don't have to go crazy high like that. And you can get a lot of used ones that are in good shape. And the great thing about, I'm going to say, high quality mountain bike is all the parts are replaceable. And in Walmart bikes, that is not the case.
Yeah.
You cannot replace the parts once they go bad, and they go bad quickly. So quick little personal experience. We decided many years ago to take our family and bike down the old highway down Teton Pass into Jackson, Wyoming.
Oh, man.
Okay, so you shuttle up to the top and then you ride the old highway. No cars are allowed. It is paved, but it's only for like hikers and bikers only. So there's no cars there.
It is super steep. It was probably built in the 20s and it is sketch.
It is so sketch. It is very steep. There's no railing. So like on one side you have a cliff and then on the other side is like the mountain up and it's got switchbacks all the way down. So you have sharp turns. You're going to be riding your brakes the whole way down, which is what happened. And we went, I think it was Tyler was the one who had kind of a Walmart bike.
This cheap bike that had like a handbrake.
A handbrake that was like a pinch brake pad, and he lit those brakes on fire, man. He couldn't even hold the brake as much as he needed to, and he heated up the brakes with all that tension so much that he kind of had a bad experience. And looking back on that, like as younger parents, not great at mountain biking or anything like that, that was actually a really stupid decision on our part.
It was stupid, but we did do one good thing. We coached him and said, hey, if you can't stop, steer into the mountain and ride up the hill.
Up the hill and jump off the back.
And you'll just tip over and it'll be no big deal. Rather than go off the cliff, you go up the hill.
Yes.
And he had to.
He did have to. The brakes were so hot and his hands were tired from braking and he was losing control and going too fast, and he totally did it. Mm-hmm. He went up the hill, let the bike ride up, and jumped off the back. Like, he bailed perfectly.
It was exactly what we told him to do. But
if we had had better bikes with disc brakes, that would have never happened.
Yeah.
So that was a eye-opening experience for us, and I think we started moving into better quality bikes after that.
Yeah. Okay, what's next on your list?
Okay, next on my list is mascara. Dave has nothing to say about that. I have used so many like dry, clumpy, sticky mascaras. No more. I am a bougie's the wrong word. I am a luxury girl when it comes to the mascara. I pay $30 for one tube of mascara, and I don't regret it for a second. I like to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, not the waterproof one, the other one. I buy one every 6 months. I use it every day. It goes on like butter.
Can I just say, this is something that guys don't understand. Like, when I see what you spend on some of these things, I'm like, what? Mascara? One bottle of mascara costs how much?
$30. It's $30. But I'm telling you, I have blonde eyelashes. Like, this is not something I can go without. I need something that works, that I'm not going to be mad at and chuck the tube in the trash because I'm frustrated with. Yeah. Okay? So I'm just saying, that's it for me.
You mean this just doesn't happen on its own?
No, this does not just happen. There's no such thing as natural beauty.
Yeah.
We have to go through things to make this happen.
Okay.
Okay, what do you have next?
Man, I really struggle here. Okay, I'm going to say a good backpack.
For what?
For anything.
You going to school?
For
go to high school?
Maybe not for school stuff, but like if you're going to do any outdoor activity, a good backpack is so worth it. Like whether it's a day hiking backpack or an overnighting backpack, an ultralight, whatever, like through hiking backpack. This is something that you're going to carry all your belongings on your back on, and you're probably going to put lots of miles, and you're going to spend lots of time, and it has to serve a very good purpose. It's so tempting to get the $20 Amazon pack that's like got all the bells and whistles and makes it look like it's super good.
It doesn't have bells and whistles.
And it falls apart in the first week. I'm
going to go with comfort. Because as you're saying, like the $20 Amazon bag, it's not going to have the support. It's not going to sit on you correctly, and your shoulders are going to ache. Your neck's going to hurt.
Your back's going to hurt so bad.
Your back's going to hurt because you pulled landscaping duty. I have an Osprey backpack that's smaller than a backpacking backpack. I would say it's like a super long day hike backpack, and it's built specifically for women with a long torso, and I went to REI and got sized for that specifically. It fits so well. My mom got it for me for a Christmas gift many years ago. I can put so much stuff in that bag. It holds a ton. I can put a ton of water, like 4 liters of water, all my gear, extra coats, all this food. I don't even feel it.
We've had really good luck with Osprey.
It's an amazing bag, and I think it was $160, and it's like my favorite backpack I have. Yeah. It's so comfortable. So I'm gonna agree with you on that. Let's move into food.
Okay.
There are 2 food items that truly have changed my life.
Okay.
Once I had a little bit of extra room in the budget, I was like, let me try like the boar's head deli meat. It's instead of the Great Value, you know what I'm saying, deli meat. Okay.
Do you remember the super thin, the really, really thin stuff that you used to get at Walmart in the 90s that would come in a little bag like this?
Like a single serving for 25 cents.
Well, I mean,
yes.
It wasn't like a single serving, but
it was.
It kind of was.
But it was, yes.
It was like so thin, it was about as thin as paper.
You could see through it.
And my mom used to get that for our lunches. It was a 3-piece minimum, or maximum. We were capped. 3 slices max, right? There's probably like 20 slices in the whole bag that would equal maybe
2 slices.
Maybe 2 real sandwiches.
Do you know the Mickey Mouse and the Jack and the Beanstalk? They slice the beans and you can see through them.
Yes.
That's how it was.
That's how it was.
Yeah. So I was saying you guys were fancy schmancy because we weren't allowed to have meat in our sandwiches.
Maybe your mom just didn't know about the cheat deli.
No.
Or your mom didn't believe in it.
She didn't believe in it. It wasn't Kraft, but it was like the processed American cheese slices. But it wasn't Kraft because we couldn't afford Kraft.
Oh, yeah.
You got 1 slice of cheese. That was our sandwich. No meat. No meat up in our house.
Just a cheese sandwich?
I'm not even kidding right now.
Oh.
It's like a grilled cheese without the grill because we didn't have butter either.
So deli meat's worth it.
I'm saying
it changed your life.
It has changed my life. You have that like really nice carved at the counter in front of you, like Boar's Head brand. Oh my gosh, you cannot go back. So maybe don't do it because once you go there, you'll take bologna, which is basically like a hot dog pancake, and you will throw that garbage in the trash, and you will never eat it again.
You know, I loved bologna in the 80s.
I've never liked bologna. I always thought it was gross.
Oh, I loved it. And then I tried it again when I was an adult.
You threw up in your mouth a little?
I went back to the boar's head. All right.
Okay, I have another food one.
Go ahead.
Dairy products.
Okay.
And this is across the board. High quality dairy products change your life.
Yeah.
There's I guess it's called a dairy, like where you can go and buy cream, ice cream, and milk just right at the dairy. You can go outside and see the cows. Like it's all right there and have a little shop. So I bought a bottle of their heavy cream. It's so expensive, but they had like, skimmed it off that morning, and I made like a fettuccine alfredo or something with that really nice heavy cream. It was the most delicious thing I'd ever had in my life.
Okay.
Sour cream, like really high quality.
I agree. But I think there's a limit here. So let me push back for a second. Have you had the Noosa yogurts?
Yeah.
Some of the best yogurt, like life-changing yogurt here.
Yeah,
Okay.
high quality.
I consider myself to be somewhat a connoisseur of yogurt.
I'm gonna put that on your
Listen,
brain.
that stuff is amazing. But when I saw the price in the store yesterday, the on sale price
Yes.
at like
It was
$2,
$2 for one
$2.50
serving.
for one serving. You guys, I don't know that it's worth the money.
It
Like,
is. No.
It is good.
It's absolutely worth the money. If you look at the ingredients in a Yoplait, okay, and then the ingredients in a Noosa, you compare flavor profiles, depth of flavor, quality of ingredient, they are not even the same.
Okay, I'm just saying that price makes me cringe. I'm used to a world where I spent $50 cents, sorry, 50 cents for a cup of Yoplait.
But I don't buy Yoplait anymore, I buy Greek yogurt now.
Yeah.
Which is at least $1 each, at least.
But when I see it at $2.50 on sale, it's probably $3 when it's not.
Well,
Dang, that's expensive.
If you buy the tubs, it's better.
Okay.
Okay, and then watch your serving sizes. I'm saying the quote single serve tubs of Noosa, that's 2 servings.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So it's not $2 each.
But I'm not stopping at 1. I'm no quitter. I'm sorry. Those are so good. Who eats?
Are you 5? Have some self-control. What is the matter with you?
I feel like Brian Reagan. 2 cookies.
2 cookies? Okay, that's what I have to say. Those are my totally worth the money items. Do you have any more?
It really depends on where you spend most of your time. I spend a lot of time in work clothes, and man, having a comfortable pair of work pants, totally worth the money. If you get a really good, comfortable with some stretch in those pants, as a 40-year-old man, stretchy pants are worth the money.
You're so weird. I'm gonna throw one more out there.
Okay.
A good computer.
Oh, good computer for sure.
Now, of course, this matters on your profession and what you're using it for. If all you're doing is surfing the web and playing solitaire, maybe not so much. However, I've seen people I know buy a brand that they, in their head for some reason, think is going to work for them, and then it's been nothing but problems. And I am not going to apologize. I am a Mac girl.
Yeah.
I love my MacBook. I love it. I have used MacBook for over 10 years now. I have never had problems with them. They're fantastic.
And they've really made a lot of improvements in the last couple of years. Do you remember in the early, mid-2000s how many people used to bring me their computers to fix?
All the time.
Man, it was HP.
Yep.
And HP, in all fairness, in the mid-2000s, had a really bad string of computers in management and product quality. I think everyone's gotten quite a bit better over the last couple of years. I haven't heard of nearly as many problems. But MacBook and their new, the new computer chips they're using in them,
Fantastic.
they just run really well.
Really, really well. It kind of reminds me of the bike thing that you talked about.
Yeah.
You know? You don't want to be frustrated by your experience.
I have one more. I have
Okay,
one more.
let's finish with this one.
Good socks. Oh, man.
I agree with you.
Listen, if you've had the cheap socks that you get from Ross all the time, sometimes there's some good stuff there, but they're nowhere near as good as the Darn Tough, the Stance socks. Man, we've been doing Stance for the last year, and those socks, hashtag not sponsored,
Non-sponsored, although Stance, if you want to, I would accept it.
but dang, those socks are good.
I'm obsessed with my Stance socks. I love them.
I don't know if you know this story, but do you know who John Wooden is?
Yes.
Okay, so
What?
Okay, I know. I apologize.
That's insulting.
I apologize.
For those that are listening, if they don't know who John Wooden is, why don't you tell them?
Well, John Wooden was the head basketball coach of UCLA in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and they won like 5 national championships. He was the coach of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and a couple others, but he actually started when he coached those athletes. Do you know where he started?
Yeah, he started with like, this is a basketball.
How to put on your socks.
Oh, how to put on your socks. I was like, this is a court. Didn't he like walk the court and he'd be like, this is the foul line?
They walked their athletes through how to put on their socks, how to put on their shoes, because it was the foundation for all of their athleticism. And if those things went wrong, a lot of other things went wrong. And it's kind of a principle that you can carry into a lot of areas of your life, but I just thought it was really interesting on how important socks were to Coach Wooden. And he is an expert.
Yeah, one of the best coaches. Arguably one of the best college coaches ever.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all time.
Absolutely.
He
was just one of the best coaches of all time.
Yes.
Hall of Fame.
Love it. So those are some of our things I think are worth the money. I'd love to know yours in the comment section if you're watching the video. I don't know how you would do it on the podcast platform.
Yeah.
So head on over to YouTube.
Yeah.
Frugal Fit Mom podcast channel and leave your comment, let us know. And thanks for hanging out with us today, and we'll talk to you later.
See you guys next time.